Right, exactly.
You want to... What do you want to do with your assessment tools? How do you want to read it?
Honestly, we try to assess our productivity, because I don't like to say yes we do, but we failed to conduct it, because when we try to do assessment in the first day and in the second day, the group who attend this course, yeah, they did not come on time, and they squeeze and they interrupt our course, honestly, yeah, because of security issue and for electricity, because it's sometimes disconnected, something like this. So that's why we use the assessment. We did not use the typical or the most effective assessment tool in this workshop. So maybe in future.
Yeah, we have to think in the way how to assist before pre and post. I mean,
Then you will have some metrics that you can use to persuade your administration and so on about the effectiveness of the workshop.
Because of this time, this time as Mark again is mentioning, it was really difficult when someone comes to you late and he asks to leave early. You say, oh, if you say, oh, 2 o'clock, oh, we should go home.
So maybe you could think
so
about...
So you cannot, what I mean is, you need them to be together, all together, I mean, to test them before you start. I mean, you collect them together, then you start, you assess them, and you can start about other. But because of that, we felt the time, so we had to prepare ourselves that, to express yourself, to be quick. I mean, all these things happening to us.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to talk a lot more about assessment tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of the things that I heard from you, that you were saying we did this because we couldn't do the other.
Yeah.
But I think is important, even if you can do a wide array of assessments otherwise, you listen to what people said in their case discussions.
Yeah.
And 2 of the other groups earlier this morning did that too. And learned what people's misunderstandings were. And could see how, as they talked, their answers became more sophisticated.
Yeah.
That's not numbers, but it is metrics if you think about qualitative measurements.
Yeah.
You were able to hear, and this is one of the benefits of doing case discussion.
Yeah.
You can ask people to fill out a survey and they'll tell you they know something when they don't know it. You listen to them talk in a conversation about a case, and what they know and what they really believe comes out, especially if they get animated about the topic. It comes out in a way that you can see and assess that you can't always see on a score sheet when you're asking people about their opinion. So you got important information. The question is whether there was somebody there to write it down for metric purposes. But we'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, I think.
What struck me, I mean, for example, I think one of the questions we asked is if they know anything about the stem cell. I mean, for medics that was really surprising to me. They said, some of them, many of them, they said they don't know it about it.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, when you, we had to show them the Korean example, and we showed what's the international stem cell association saying their guidelines, how to deal with human.
And physicians need to know about standards of scientific research because the medical practices are dependent on the quality of the research.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you had that many physicians interested I think was
It
excellent.
is really very interesting.
Other points that we start after the Abdalgader in that course present before starting present the introduction. I asked them, what is the responsibility? Yeah, I asked them voluntarily because some people hesitate to, because they like sometimes provide us funny questions and not like to other people to listen. So that's why I say voluntary. So we try to support them, to encourage them to answer.
To come out.
Yeah.
One of the ways of getting them to do that, and I think that's a really good way to sort of open something because it changes the dynamic. It's not just you talking, but you could ask them by just talking to their colleague, get them to talk to the person next to them about this. And then they find that they have similar ideas, and then they're more likely perhaps to put up their hand. So although it's not an individual, you've sort of reduced the threshold of concern, so people are more likely to talk.
Yeah. For example, when we asked about if there are guidelines in the departments, or in the college or in the university, all of them, they knew that there are not. Yeah, that's the fact. There are not really. I know that there are not guidelines. So only you find guidelines only in some journals, scientific journals. But within, I don't think that universities now, any university endorses any guidelines for applications or something like that. And that's, they know that there are not. But unfortunately, I mean, they are not really yet involved in research, but they think now, some of them, they say that now they are encouraged to go in this field. It's very exciting. They learn that it's very exciting, I mean, to do research, because there are so sort of disciplines, there are so many things to know about what's published, what's true, what's not true.
Sure.
And that's one of the probably the aim of this or the goal of this workshop is to raise their awareness.
Absolutely, and you obviously will have done that.
Victoria, you talk about the policymakers. Do you think that making them involved in the process? So do you think that they will welcome the idea of having a special workshop for them to get them in the process?
Yes, we need, as I mentioned, we believe that if we cannot secure the continuity of such program or such educational type, or to include such program in the curriculum of the university or in the research center, until to get what we call agree from the head of that center to enroll such subject in their training or in their curriculum. So that's why we need to organize a meeting to the dean of the universities. We would through the National Committee of Bioethics, we hope to organize a meeting for them to explain in simple what is the benefit of this program and what is the effect. You know, and the big challenge, because as a member of the NLCB, we have many people doing research and coming to us. Please, I need the ethical approval after complete the research because we would like to publish. I say it's unethical. You did unethical research, you know that. Okay, but I need it. I need to submit to get score, to get upgrade. So this is a challenge to us. So that's why we need to tell our decision makers, look at here, we will have a bad character in front of all the world if it become a common from the living research and try to publish it their research after without getting any ethical approval. So that's why we need to use this point, and also the use is important things, because as a during the lecture of Dr. Abdalgader, we feel that people say, is it ethical to do such research? We're going to help you.
Yes.
So it's important to implement this program for the main things for these 2 points. Copy paste is a big issue in university, and so we will try to also to avoid and to minimize this.
It is. It is really very difficult to know yet. We couldn't know exactly because of time, maybe limitations, to understand from them whether they don't know what does it mean dual use of research, or whether they are sort of because they are medics, and medical always they say that for the benefit of the patient I do everything.
Sure.
And that's the question. I mean, they say this research might lead to dual use, which could be controlled. You see, they would ask, oh, what about the patient? What about my patient? If you put control on this research, we say no. We have to measure the benefit. What's the benefit? And we have to. There must be guidelines which control, not to stop the research strictly. There are guidelines which can stop the research. Research should be gone, but everyone should be aware. Researchers should be aware what they are doing.
Of the risks and
The risks and
benefits.
benefits. And that's the most important.
You had a question?
Yeah. Could you go back, please, to the slide in which you showed workshop assessment? Because I get confused a little bit because put a lot of measurable and unmeasurable learning objectives. Then you showed evaluation.
Objectives. You mean you talk about the objectives?
You showed evaluation form.
No, the evaluation form.
Evaluation form.
It's the form that's for the
This is for us.
That's
Not
for us to know if
for us to-
our productivity.
What?
We're fine.
If they were successful on
For
the
us, not for
workshop,
the workshop.
you know, yeah, they can
That-
choose.
It's not assessment.
It's
No,
not
no,
assessment.
no.
You mean this?
Yeah.
This form is written by or answered by the participant.
After.
At the end of the course against us.
Against us.
No, not against.
It's more
To
about
evaluate
evaluation
our
of
performance.
They have to see. They have.
You know,
I wanted to hear their opinion about us.
about you.
I will tell you a story. It's real facts that was happening in the community department because I know that one of the teaching staff they spread this paper, and he have contacted by other members what you are doing. He said I spread the sheet to get feedback from the student. He said don't do it because students are not allowed to evaluate us.
Yes.
So some
So this
teaching
is
staff disagree with this point. So we will try to destroy this culture. Yeah, you have to evaluate me to improve my.
You evaluate the students.
I believe that's not against me.
And if you say you're evaluating the course
Yeah.
and not just the teacher, maybe that'll help.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
different from experience.
As I told you, that's
Yeah.
we missed
But
some points. Yeah.
that's very subtle language.
Yeah.
Chairman Mao had a little red book on self-criticism. Never mind. What I was going to say about your metrics, I mean, I agree with this. The discussion in a case, reveals lots of things about knowledge. But maybe you can think about some assessment, doing it partway through. If you're going to have a continuing problem about people arriving late, think about having some assessment sort of in the blocks of your teaching. So don't wait till the end when people have to go, but do something in between, or maybe just on plagiarism or fabrication or something like that, just to be able to get some
Half an idea.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Just think about.
Or in the selection, you can push it to the condition for participation to stay the whole day.
You cannot really because especially females, because her parents, one of her family
Waiting outside.
waiting outside. Okay,
no,
so I wanted to go because they are not in the.
I disagree to provide every material at the beginning of the course.
Yes, but maybe even if when people apply, then you can send them some sheet to
Before.
complete before they
Yes,
arrive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Also, for the post assessment, they can take it and then just
And
bring it
return it
back
to
to
you
our
later.
students.
Yeah.
We
will learn, inshallah. I will learn.
We take the email from them and we ask the Libyan Association, the emergency, to create a group for the responsible science to communicate about any idea, anything related to this.
Okay, in the interest of time, right, thank you very much.